music sure was interesting in 2024. Lots of good sounds there. Here were the most interesting songs of last year, which was 2024. Where's My Utopia was a nice sardonic record made by a bunch of British boys that was a wee bit dancey. Diamond Jubilee by Cindy Lee was kind of a Velvet Underground. Charm saw Clario build upon the sounds from Sling. Old Born Screaming had a weird Sophie song. But Big Time Nothing goes hard, so not really worried about that. Cartoon Darkness was an album where an Australian lady screamed in your ear for about 34 minutes, and I like that. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess came out in 2023, but I feel like it came out in 2024, so I'm gonna put it here. No Hands was kind of a Gen Z Beastie Boys. Hit Me Hard and Soft was not as good as When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, but better than Happier Than Ever. King Gizzard put out a hog record, Flight B741. Alligator Bites Never Heal was a damn fine mixtape, and I really feel like it sets Docheii up for an album of the year, perhaps decade, if she's able to compound on the sounds here. Don't like Tyler the Creator on principle, but Chromacopia was good, which is gamer speak for pretty good. Really liked when Kendrick Lamar called Drake a pedophile. I also like GNX. Cowboy Carter was a cowboy record, made for cowgirls like me and you. Bright Future was a heartbreakingly warm singer-songwriter record, made by the iconic Adrianne Lenker. And assembling symbols into my own poetry was kind of lesbian. But that's not why I like it. I mean, like, that, like, it's good for other reasons than that. Like, that's not, like, that's, let's talk about the most interesting music now. It's Sorted was my first foray into Cheekface, and I thought it was pretty neat. And that's why I spent the past year obsessively listening to every single album in their discography. What I find most endearing about Cheekface is their sense of humor, and It's Sorted showcases this humor beautifully. It's just so dry and nonchalant. Like, they'll be singing about some modern-day man-made horror with so much glee that it makes you happy that we exist in the world that we exist now in. That's a statement. Like, the guy is talking about how our neighborhoods have become a modern-day mini surveillance state, where we're just constantly spying on our neighbors through our Ring doorbells and slamming them on next door for doing something completely normal. But he's really happy about these developments because he's finally able to become popular. From the camera that's on your porch. You know, while you walk your dog on TV, while your next door neighbor walks his dog on TV. The future is now, unfortunately, I guess. Like, that's a fact. I also really like singing along to the songs here. I think they're really fun to sing along to. Fun fact about the guy who sings the songs here, his name is Greg. He's just a guy named Greg. What a fun name. What a fun name to, like, name a guy. Prelude to Ecstasy is handily the best debut of 2024, along with being one of the best records of that year. It's also kind of gay. But that's not why I like it so much. Like, I'm not denying that that is definitely a factor for me, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm I'm straight woman. You know, I live, laugh, love. I drink lots of wine. And I hate my husband. Kinda wish he was a girl, to be honest with you. But that's neither here or there, you know? Like, I'm straight woman. End of statement. I like this album because it's so opulent. It makes a girl feel so immensely pretty. But not in a help me, help me, help me, I am a damsel in distress way. More in a I'm a Roman empress sentencing a city to burn because they made my queen cry. And queen never cry. But going beyond the immaculately adorned instrumentation, the lyricism is also beautiful, with the band writing songs about being a woman and stuff. Alls I'm gonna say is if you're a bisexual barista, you're gonna want to tune into this one. Imaginal Disc has a song about a vampire in a corner. And I like vampires. But my enjoyment of this record goes beyond Dracula. Why do I like this album? Let's just say it's an album all about inserting the imaginal disc in your forehead so that you may find your true self. A journey of introspection that our protagonist must embark on after catching a glimpse of a more perfect alternative version of themselves, urging them to confront their greatest fears and regrets so they may become this reflection. Some might say that the new sound is pretty creepy, but this is the guy who made it.
The bars go hard.
His name is Geordie Greep.
I can rap in my sleep.
Not really scared of him, honestly.
Everybody,
I could probably defeat him in hand-to-hand combat easily.
A real crazy party. Everybody.
The new sound manages to do something truly incredible in being absolutely gut-wrenching while containing the lines, "I'll bet you your pussy is holy," too. It's an album that you so desperately want to call pretentious, and that's exactly the point. When I'm trying to explain the concept of this album, I always go to the lead single, Holy Holy. It's a song that follows this crooner-like character who possesses this unbelievable charisma, who leaves you in disbelief as he manages to pick up a bar hottie using the iconic pickup line, "I bet you your pussy is holy too." But then it immediately breaks your suspension of disbelief as he asks her, "How much will this cost?" And it is revealed that he was actually talking to a prostitute. There's a moment on this record that is just absolutely jaw-dropping, that leaves you completely awestruck, that causes you to drop whatever it is you're doing and just completely take in this moment, that leaves you riddled with goose pimples. If you listen to this album, I'm pretty sure you know which moment I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I urge you to listen through the entire thing, just so you may experience the experience. Not really understanding what I was gonna say there. Brat is pretty Brat. And if you know why that means anything, then you are pretty Brat. Yeah, Brat. If you don't know why that means anything, then you're a nerd, and I'm gonna pound you. So yeah, Brat was the most interesting album of 2024. End of conversation. Discussion over. Talking done.